Hello, all creative filmmakers. In this video, I am going to show you how to make shiny title animation inside Premiere Pro, as you can see. So let's start. Now we are inside Premiere Pro. Here, you can see, I have already imported a background image. You can use any background footage or images. Now, I am going to start by adding some text with the Type tool. You can enable the Type tool by clicking here or hitting the T key on your keyboard to enable the Type tool. Then, you can just click anywhere on the program monitor and start typing. I am going to type the word shiny because I am going to make a shiny title. And then, after typing, you can go back to the selection tool by clicking this icon here. With the selection tool enabled, you can resize the text to any size that you like. And then, inside the Essential Graphics panel, I am going to center the text and align this vertically. Here, as you can see, I am using the blank smile regular font for this tutorial. Next, I am going to change the text color to white. And then, I am going to change the stroke color. I have already saved the color codes that I want to use here. And, make the stroke value around 10 pixels. Now, extend the text layer on the timeline to match the background photo's length. Then, I am going to duplicate the text layer 3 times by holding the Alt key combined with the left mouse button. And then, drag this one track up. So in total, we need 4 copies of the same text. After that, select the top text layer. And then, go back to the Essential Graphics panel to change the stroke color. I have already saved the color codes that I want to use here. And then, click on OK. Now, move over to the Effect Controls panel. From the opacity, we have to click on this pen icon to create a mask. You can add a mask point by left-clicking on the program monitor. And, you need to make a mask that covers the text from top to bottom. It should look something like this. Now, our mask is finished. Now, make the mask feather value around 100. Then, move the playhead where the mask will start. We can enable keyframes for mask path by clicking on this stopwatch icon here. Then, move a few frames forward. We can enable keyframes for mask path by clicking on this stopwatch icon here. Select the mask and reposition the mask by moving this to the other side of the text. And, now we are done with this step. Next, select this text layer and move over to the Effect Controls panel. From the blend mode, we have to select Normal to Hard Light. Now, select the bottom text layer and move over to the Effects panel to add an effect. This is a drop shadow effect. Apply this effect 3 times to the bottom text layer. After that, move over to the Effect Controls panel. And, we have to change the drop shadow color. I have already saved the color codes, which I want to use here. Then, click on OK. Next, select the same color for the alt drop shadow. And now, we have to make the opacity value 100%. And make the distance value around 2 of the first drop shadow effect. Next, do the same thing for the second drop shadow. Make the opacity value 100%. Then, make the distance value around 4. And finally, we have to make the opacity value 100%. And make the distance value around 8 of the last drop shadow effect. Now we are done. We need to select all the text layers. Then, right-click on it. And then, select Nest. Then, give the nested sequence a name. And click OK. Now, select this nested sequence. And, move over to the Effect Controls panel. Then, move the playhead to the beginning. Next, enable the stopwatch icon to the scale. And make the scale value around 5838. Then, move the playhead a few frames forward. And add a keyframe. Make the scale value around 100. Now, right-click on this last keyframe and select Ease In. Again, right-click on this first keyframe and select Ease Out. Now, I am going to add an effect. This is a basic 3D effect. Drag and drop this effect to the nested sequence layer. Next, move over to the Effect Controls panel. At this point, we have to enable the stopwatch icon of the swivel and tilt. Now, move the playhead a few seconds forward. And make a keyframe. Here, make the swivel and tilt value around -5. Now, move the playhead to the last. And make a keyframe. Here, make the swivel and tilt value around 0. Now, right-click on this last keyframe and select Ease In. Again, right-click on this first keyframe and select Ease Out. Now we are done. Let's preview the title. In this way, you can make a shiny title animation inside Premiere Pro. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like the video and leave a comment.